What is up, everyone? It's Gage here. Welcome to you, Buck That. And today we got special guest, linebacker and special teams coach, Coach Calderon. Welcome. Welcome to the show, my guy.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here with you. You're a true inspiration to all of us for the Inferno and all of us that follow you online, man. You're a true inspiration.
I really appreciate that. I'm grateful to be part of amazing communities. Even the first game I got there, I just felt like I was with family. You know, it's amazing. I'm really grateful to be part of your guys' community.
Appreciate that, man. Absolutely. We love having you there. We love seeing you there, and it's going to continue. It's going to continue to grow. We're going to get known. We're going to get seen. We're going to get these ladies the time that they deserve. That's all we're looking for right now.
Exactly. And despite the record, they did an amazing job. They worked their asses off, and the result is not despite their efforts. They worked their asses off the whole season, and I've seen a lot of growth this season with them throughout the season.
Absolutely. It's really hard to believe that this was a predominantly rookie-led team. We had probably 80 to 85% of our team was rookies, some of which never played football before at all. So to be where we were, competing with the kind of teams that we competed against, losing a couple of games due to mental errors, physical errors, not really knowing exactly where to be was really different. Looking back now at the season, it could have been so much better, yet it could have been so much worse. It was definitely a learning experience for us. We're hoping that these rookies regroup during the offseason, that they work out. We still communicate with each other, and we're going to come out next year looking better and stronger than we did this year. So I would definitely keep an eye out for that.
And I saw this very interesting. This might be changed next year. There might be a quarterback competition, maybe. Candy Pistol versus, I'm trying to think of her name, number 13, that started the last game.
Oh, that was Parker. Yes,
she did absolutely amazing. She's undefeated right now.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been our workhorse for everything. As a matter of fact, she's a tight end for us. She plays holds when she needs to. She plays quarterback, as you guys saw in the last game. Absolutely great. And obviously everything going on with Red at the moment, it's kind of hard to say, right? So she's got to make sure she's doing well and then she's able to come back. But there'll definitely be some competition next year, and that's always good. It's always healthy to have that competition. It's always good to have that, that person that pushes you to that next level, because it makes you better in every single way.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about here. It's not like one person gets in there. It's just working together and helping each other learn different ways and just growing as a team. Because I've spoken to a couple players, and this truly is a family. And that's what I love about the team. They have a lot of heart out there, and they're only going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we use the word family very loosely. If I can tell you my story, we can sit down one day and definitely discuss it. But, in essence, Jen Moody and the Tampa Bay Inferno saved my life. It's that kind of family. So it's funny because about the end of the season, last game on my way to Miami, I looked at Jen and I said, look, I don't care what happens next year. I don't care if you guys decide to have me back as, a coach, but I'll definitely be back, whether it be on the stands, whether it be on the field with you guys. There's no abandoning this for me. I don't care if I move halfway across the world and I take a job in California. I will come back and be part of this group of people. The word family just doesn't even cut it. Arlo is an amazing human being, amazing leader, amazing head coach. Mike, great defensive coordinator. Alan did a fantastic job with the offense this year. I know that there were days and times that didn't look great, but let me tell you, those women love Alan and they love what he stands for. Everything about him was great. Candy, not only a player, but an athlete, to have her brain as a coach work as an athlete was absolutely incredible. Just the amount of energy that every one of us fed off of each other was incredible. And Joe, first year coach for us, defensive backs, did a fantastic job with that group. But we're only going to get better. Again, we're just going to get better based on what we saw this year and what we know where we can be next year.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't mind, I would love to hear more about your story, man. Your journey has been so amazing so far. So
appreciate that, man. No, I don't mind at all. As a matter of fact, Gage. So in 2020, COVID. My son was born, Chase. He's about to be 3 years old, and put me in a really bad place. Mainly not because he was born, but mainly because work, home was very unstable. Um, During the instability of my life, I met Kyla, who I hired to be one of my technicians over at a veterinary practice that I was working at, and she put on her resume that she was a football player. And I said, okay, well, this is very interesting for a young lady to put on her resume that she's a football player. So of course I had to approach it after I hired her, and I said, let me ask you something. Are you like lingerie player, or what's going on here? What did you put football player on your resume? And she goes, no, coach, I'm a professional football player. I play for the Tampa Bay Inferno. I said, man, I need to come check that out. So I came to the practice, met with Jen. Jen basically just said, hey, we would love to talk about you about next year. We were 4 weeks into the season at that point. This is 2021, because 2020 they didn't play because of COVID. So 2021 season, there were about 3 or 4 games in, and she gives me a call, and she's like, hey, our eye in the sky didn't come in. Do you mind coming in and helping us out for one game? I said, sure, I'd love to do that. I'd love to be there and help out as much as I can. And before I knew it, I was flying to Boston. Flying to DC with them, and here I am today. But the biggest thing to take from this, where I say family, is I was in such a bad place that I didn't really know if I wanted to be alive anymore, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't want to I don't want to take this to a different level, but I was definitely questioning my existence in this world, because I didn't have a safe place. I didn't have somewhere where I could go and be free and be myself. Even though I've been coaching football for a long time, I never felt this kind of connection with the coaching staff that we had there, but more importantly with the ownership. Jen is an amazing human being, and I say that very, very loosely. Jen is probably one of the most impactful people in my life. I know that you've had a couple in your life as well, as of all of us, but meeting Arlo has also been a blessing as well. He's very inspirational, very positive. So having those 2 individuals in my life the last couple of years have really changed my outcome in life. Obviously, things at home got much better. Things at work got much better. And then obviously things on the field are just continuing to improve. So definitely a life-changing experience, and definitely why I take the word family very close to my heart, because it definitely have been a family for me.
That's a beautiful story, brother. I was there one time, like, because we beat ourselves up, like, man, why aren't we doing this? We're not good enough, and it can be very hard. But when we find that passion inside ourselves and go after it, because you took that first step, you could be like, man, maybe I'm not ready to coach, maybe I'm not that, but you took that stuff, and man, that you're a strong character, a strong person. So I want to congratulate you on that, man.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. And inspiring people like you only makes it that much better, right? So having people like you to be able to want to know more about us and be a part of us is really just continues to grow that love for the team that I have. And and for these letters on my chest, you know what I'm saying? These Inferno, this is life, and like you said, when we were talking prior, I wear this proudly. I don't know that I don't go a day without wearing something Inferno on me, because again, it represents me now. It's the only team that my wife 100% approves on when it comes to coaching. She's like, you're going to coach the Inferno next year, right? She asked me about that. So it definitely has made an impact on my life. So I'm never going to get rid of these letters. Tattooed on me? Not yet, but maybe one day.
Oh, yeah. One of these days, Buccaneers, it's changed a lot of things for me. That's how I got a lot of connections around here. I met a lot of amazing people. I should maybe not exactly a logo, but like representation of like a pirate or something to represent the Buccaneers. I wouldn't mind getting a tattoo right around my shoulder or something like that. I'm waiting for it, because tattoos are art, so I'm waiting for inspiration to strike.
There you go. Exactly. You gotta wait for that right one. That right one will come for you. I promise.
Oh, definitely. And let me Tampa Infernos. Tampa Inferno. I actually was in a Buccaneers group chat. This wonderful guy named Justin. He was the admin. He's like, man, you should talk to Harlow Henderson about, because I was looking at getting involved in the autism foundations and everything like that. And he's like, man, you should check out Harlow. He's connected with NeuroShifts, who's doing amazing things for autism.
Yep.
And I talked to him, and he actually talked to me about the Tampa Bay Infernos, and that's kind of how I got interested. It was
Nice.
towards like May, so it was right at the end of the season when I saw you guys' playoff game against Pittsburgh. I was like,
Yep.
wow, this is awesome. I was like, I was into it. I was like, yeah, let's fucking go. It was amazing. I was like, I got to go to the game next year. I can't wait to get involved.
Well, we're glad to have you. And, again, Arlo is such an inspiration to this community, man, and his involvement. And, he's brought some great guys over, to the field to meet with the women and help them develop better as football players, from Kenny Stills, which to me was one of the biggest impacts because I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. I'm sorry. But watching Kenny Stills, Brett Favre, Sterling Sharp, all these guys playing football, which is what inspired me to become a coach. But to have him on the same field as us, being that guy, being just another guy on the field, another coach, not, I'm Kenny Stills, one of the greatest cornerbacks to ever play the game. No, he's Coach Kenny Stills, have DeJuan Harris, also a Green Bay Packer 49er. We've had Jacoby, we have so many great guys come through and just kind of just put their impact. Ian Beckles has been out to the field a couple of times. He's got a great connection with Jen. That guy is an amazing human being. To see him pull in his Jeep is ridiculous. You definitely know that he's there. So the impact that Arlo has had on the Inferno it's amazing. And again, I can't wait to see where we go next year.
And you said right in the head, Harler Henderson. I had an interview with him. I talked to him multiple times. He is a great human being and a great leader. I loved hearing about his story as well as yours. And as I get to know more you guys, coaching staff, the players, I just see a lot of amazing stories and characters. And overall, it's just amazing family overall. There's it can say loosely, but family means something deep to me as well.
I appreciate that. So here's the thing, as all these women pay to play, right? So it's very different to be on a high school team, make your way to the college level, D1, D2, D3 school, make your way to the NFL as an undrafted free agent or as a drafted individual and play football, and that be your career, right? So yeah. You wake up, you play, eat, drink, study football all day long. These women have jobs. We have home builders, we have homemakers. One of our running backs, she's a full-time employee with multiple children. We have police officers, Army veterans. We have it all. It's such a mesh of individuals, but when they put those pads and those helmets on, there's no different. They're football players, and whether they're females or males, they play the same game that we all love and enjoy watching on TV every day, and they deserve that too. They deserve to be watched on TV, not just through a live stream, not just through a TiVo. They need to be on ESPN. They need to be on ABC, CBS, Fox, Ion, whatever it takes to get these women on TV. They deserve that because they work to get to this level. They work to be where they are, and they work a full-time job, and they have full-time families. They step away from them. They do everything you could possibly imagine to be a part of this game, and it's an admiration. Not just for the Tampa Bay Inferno, but the WFA in general, the entire WFA.
100%. They work hard and they have their own lives. It's not like that. It's just for free. They have to pay for travel. They have to pay for equipment, everything. And injury, we don't think about that injury. They could break their leg out there, and that's a tough situation.
That is definitely it. Exactly. And they have to do this because they want to, not because they choose to and they want to, right? Not because they have to. At any point in time, any of them can walk away from this game and absolutely regret nothing, right? So, but they choose to come back every year. They choose to come back and be better. They choose to come back and want to win a championship. And to that, that's what makes me want to show up after a 14-hour day at work and show up to practice and help them be better and help them get there to that next level. That is the drive that I get. If they can do it, so can I.
It's amazing, and obviously women are starting to get more opportunities, more jobs, and this is just another example. You guys are leading, having Tampa Bay Inferno. That's kind of get awareness to it. Like, hey, women can play football too. Like I see these women, they're fucking jacked. They're I hear one in the stands like, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, Yanni had to hit her around the world. Definitely was an impact. And it's funny. Yanni has been in the team for about 3 years now, and she's an amazing individual. But she never really got the opportunity to be a starter. And this year, she definitely earned her position as a linebacker. Playing that position, she actually was a defensive tackle for us. Played very little linebacker, but this year she was dedicated middle linebacker, and she did an amazing job. We actually lost the heart of our defense really early into the season. Alicia Bourne, she came over and she was definitely an inspiration for the defense. She was a silent individual that really carried our defense, and her absence really showed this year with the way our defense should have looked. But man, those women definitely stepped up to the plate. Having Ashley Norris back this year was great. In the beginning of the season, we didn't know whether or not she was going to be with us, and she made the trip, and it was at all of our football games, which is great. Ashley, an amazing individual. I mean, you see the amazing people that you surround yourself with. Yeah. Taz came in late in the season. Camille did an amazing job coming in with 3 weeks left in the season and learning a position that's pretty intricate. It's not a very easy position to learn when you're the one that has to lay the hits, right? Yeah. Nobody can walk into a room of guys and say, hey, you're a wide receiver, you're going to start learning quarterback or linebacker today. And they say, no, coach, I'm all in. Very, very seldomly do you see that happen. And Camille was like, coach, I want to learn how to play linebacker. She came over to me from the wide receiver position and decided she wanted to do this. So again, it just shows that drive that they have and that passion that they have for the game that just goes unseen by many. And, I hope that next year we can pack those stands. I want to be able to look at the stands and have no aluminum showing. I want to see them packed brim to brim, not just family, but just people that want to come out and see a great football game.
Exactly. And I recommend anyone watching this, go to the games. They're a Tampa team, so if you guys are Buccaneers fans watching, which most of you are, go to the games because these games are amazing. This is a great community to get involved in. And let me tell you, I went to my first game and I felt like family right away. We're all giving hugs after the game, and it's just amazing. It's there's no words to describe it.
And it's dirt cheap. It's $10 for a ticket. You can't really go wrong. You can do the worst with $10.
I mean, shouldn't have that to go to a Starbucks coffee.
Exactly. Absolutely, man. Yeah, and it's a great time. Whether you're there for a half or a quarter or the whole game, you're gonna see the effort. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you, you're gonna get involved in it. Shout out to Monica as well from 102.5 The Bone for coming out. She actually attended all of our games this year. And she's talked about us on the radio. Obviously, that we had Johnny B there from the Johnny B show, the 102.5 The Bone as well. He came out and sang the national anthem. He was completely amazed with everything that was going on. So, we can get these guys that are part of the community in Tampa that they are on the radio every day that don't know about us. How many more people don't know about us? And that's the goal, right? To get our team name out there. It's not about 24, it's not about 14, it's not about 8, it's not about 88. It's about Tampa Bay Inferno. It's about the team, the women, and the drive that we have to make this sport known much more than just on the live stream.
Definitely. Yeah, like this team, I've seen it. Like they should be on live TV, and luckily now they're getting paid on Cameo. Some of the players are now. And that's a great start. And Tampa Bay Infernos, the whole WFA, we need to help get their names out there because honestly, in a couple of years, this could be on ESPN. I truly believe that because this team, this sport, it's awesome to watch. I'm like, hell yeah, this is fucking awesome.
As a matter of fact, I believe that the national championship game will be televised on ESPN. So hopefully that gets a lot of eyes on them, right? So, likely that the Boston Renegades will be there. We'll see what happens on the other side. Boston is an amazing team. As you can tell, if you look at the box score, Boston is definitely a team. But I am saying it here with you. You're the first one to hear it. We will beat Boston next year.
We will. Road Canton, like I said, there's a reason it's a road. It's a long road, but when you get there, man, it's like a fucking Super Bowl. It is a party, bro. We're gonna go, man.
we're going to be Boston, and we're going to do it right here at home, so we can have our fans with us, joining us, helping us cheer us on. Because let me tell you, there was definitely an experience during that game this year that I don't want to experience ever again. And it's not about the wins and losses at that point. It's about the disrespect and the unbelievable tenacity of people seeing Army veterans go down and not doing anything about it. And we're going to change that. I can't really go into further detail on that,
Yeah.
um, but I will tell you that next year Boston will be coming here to Tampa, and we're going to beat Boston. Mark my words. Mark the tape.
So yeah, and I will be there, and it's going to be amazing. It's next year. It's the road to Tampa, I should say. It's the road
That's
to Tampa.
right. It's the road to Tampa, baby.
Oh, I wanted to,
I
and
love it.
speaking, man, we spoke earlier about veterans. How impactful is it to have a veteran like Jen Marshall? She honestly, back there, she's looking like Ray Lewis. Like she's going to knock some people out.
Man, she definitely is. Jen was another one that we thought we were going to have this year, but man, Jen is an amazing athlete. General, like Jen Marshall is just, she's a beast. She's an athlete. You see Jen without pads, and you would think you would be impressed in the ability that she has as an athlete. Like she is a softball player. You know, she plays football. She's going into the military now, so her impact on this team, her leadership as well is so amazing. She's such a great individual. She's obviously one of my closest team members that I have. Meg Joy is actually, it's probably Meg and Jen are probably like hand in hand with each other, and what I would say, not my favorite, but definitely my favorite, right? So if I had to pick an offensive player and defensive player, Jen Marshall for defense, Meg Joyce for offense. Amazing individuals. Why? And it's not because they're better than anybody. It's because of who they are. They're very humble individuals. They want to see the people around them be better. It's not about them. It's not about Meg making one-hand catches in the end zone. It's about Meg making one-hand catches in the end zone and making sure that her team is surrounding her, that they're there with her, making sure that anybody else that's catching a football is doing the same thing she is, and everything is developed in a way that is so impressive with me, for me as a coach, to see individuals like that be so great. And Jen Marshall and Meg Joyce are great. They are great people, and they're amazing athletes. So, yeah, it was great having her for sure.
Yeah, and it's nice to have those relationships. It's very powerful.
Yep.
And Meg Joyce, she's like, I call it the one hand. I'm like, what the hell?
Listen, we practice that every day, man. I throw probably around 50 to 60, maybe 100 passes at Meg almost every practice, just practicing those one hand catches. We do a pregame as well. I don't know if you watched us do pregame, but I'm always throwing the ball to Meg. Meg is an amazing athlete. She had her fair share of injuries this year as well. Again, it's not knowing what these athletes are going through. Meg had pretty significant injuries, and to watch her pull through those and to see those one-hand catches and, excuse me, her amazing return skills, like, again, an all-around athlete. No matter where on the field we put her, Meg will do the best she can at doing what she does, which is be an athlete. And, that's after doing 17 cycling classes that, the couple hours before. She'll come to practice and I'll work anyone. She's, again, an amazing individual, an amazing athlete, and to see her in this level, she's an All-American. So, absolutely one of the greatest compliments you can receive outside of winning a national championship. For her to be an All-American, that doesn't surprise me at all. She definitely deserves to be there. And whatever team she's on, I'm sure they're going to win.
Yeah, and there's a couple. There's a couple first team, second team. I can't remember exactly what column they're all in. I know Yanni was in it, Jim Marshall, Meg Joyce.
Yep.
I was really happy, and I want to congratulate all you awesome women. I'm really happy for you. You all deserve that. You worked your asses for it, and you earned it.
We had a rookie named an All-Star, so that's impressive right there.
Yeah,
Alex, our defensive end, she was named a first round to be a All-American first team. And that, I don't know about the history of the WFA, but I definitely know about the history of the Inferno. And to see her get selected in that position and to be able to play with the All-Americans. Sky is going to be there. Skylar is going to be there. Again, an amazing athlete, no matter where you put her on the field, whether it be a linebacker, running back, fullback, tight end, defensive tackle, defensive end. You may name a position that you want Skylar to play, and she says, yes, coach, let's get on it. Again, it all shows, right? At the end of the day, it all shows who they are, what they want to do. Get another athlete that was playing hurt this year. Again, we had so many injuries, and we had that 85, 90% rookie to vet distinction there. So, again, going into next year, man, I cannot say it enough. We're definitely going to be a different team.
And speaking of next year, do you see any changes next year, or are you guys just kind of going with it until that next season comes?
I don't see any changes at the moment. No, absolutely. We're definitely in communication. We're excited about next year. As far as my understanding goes, we have a 100% return rate on our people. Obviously, the season is still ongoing for the WFA, so we still got another couple weeks before we really hit that mark of, hey, we're going to start doing some workouts and going to start getting engaged in some more rookie camp, mini camps, and other camps that we go through as well. As of right now, we expect everybody to be back, and I have at least 4 or 5 women that have come to me here on the streets of Tampa Bay and definitely are interested in even coming on and doing a tryout. So if once that information is out, we'll put it on Twitter. It's going to be on Facebook. It's going to be on Instagram. So just follow the Tampa Bay Inferno, and it's got to be the Tampa Bay Inferno women's tackle football. There is a Tampa Bay Inferno basketball team here that I did not know about till I did my own research back 3 years ago. But it is a football team, so make sure you look and then get engaged with us, man. Join our groups. We have a great community group that you lead. Absolutely. Thank you for doing that. It's an amazing engagement opportunity for the Tampa Bay Inferno family. So we're looking forward to continuing to grow that as well. So, come on down, man. All I can say is give an opportunity. If you're sitting on the couch right now watching this, you're like, I don't know if I can play football. Come on out, try out. You're going to have fun. At least you're going to meet a whole bunch of great people. They're going to make you feel welcome.
And this is a little off topic, but since it relates to you as a coach, I want to give a little attention to your program you've been working on, Community Christian College. The JUCO program, I believe it's called.
That's correct. Yes, absolutely. So I am also the special teams coordinator and all-around coach for the Florida Community Christian here in Tampa as well. We practice in Temple Terrace. We play in Lakeland. Our season's about to start here in August. It's a fall season, so obviously we play a junior college, National Junior College Association. We were the running champions for that division champions for that conference. We lost in the divisional game, should have made the championship game, but we're going to come back strong this year. Ronnie Jenton is our head coach for that. He's an amazing individual. Corey Johnson, our defensive coordinator. LC Sims, our linebackers coach. And then we have a few other guys. We definitely have some NFL guys in there that I don't know if they want to be mentioned at the moment, but Coach Bennett, defensive end for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm sure you heard of him. If you're a Bucs fan, you've heard of him. He's one of our coaches. Coach Waddell, who's actually our offensive coordinator for, I believe, King High School, Alonzo. Not sure where he went, but he's an amazing individual, offensive line coach. So another great group of coaches, another great group of people, and we're looking forward to starting the season. Heard from a grapevine that somebody that I know may be interested in potentially making a run with us next year, so I'm excited to see that through, man. I'm going to be here to be your biggest supporter all day.
Thanks. And I guess you guys can know I'm actually looking at this program. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I'm actually going to be trained for next season because right now, as you guys know, I did a 5-day fast. I'm getting my body ready, healthier. And a long time ago, I dreamed of playing NFL. My best friend, you guys know, that passed away a couple of years ago, I talked about to him all the time. He's like, go after that, Gage. Go for your dream. And I gave up a long time ago. Or as you said, get put in the back burner. And you know what, guys? There's a lot of people that look up to me that I inspired them, and how can I tell them to go after their dreams? But I think if I didn't go after mine, so even if I don't reach that mark, it's only less. It's no failures in that. So I'm going to give it everything I got, and I'm just excited for the opportunity next season.
Hey, Ben, like I told you when we were talking before, you are your only obstacle, right? So life throws you a lot of obstacles, but in the end of the day, the biggest obstacle you'll ever face is yourself. You got to be able to push through and make sure that you know what you can do. At the end of the day, nobody can stop you. You're an unstoppable individual. You're, again, an amazing community leader. You're an amazing individual, and I cannot wait to continue to talk to you. Cannot wait to continue to engage with you. Cannot wait to coach you, man. I just can't.
I'm grateful for that. I love talking with you and all the coaches at Tampa Infernos. I learned so much from you guys, and I can't continue to wait to learn. And thank you for coming on. It's been a pleasure, and I'm grateful for you to be on.
It's my pleasure to be here, man. Anytime you want us on, we'll be more than happy. I will do this every day for you if you ask me to, man. This has been absolutely fun. It's been great, and I cannot wait to see what happens here soon. It's going to be really soon. Before you know it, blink your eyes, we'll be right in season again.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great one. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Like and subscribe, and give love to Tampa Infernos and to that community Christian college and the program JUCO. All you players, if you want a chance, just the smallest chance, go after your dreams and try this program out. But guys, hope you enjoy this video. Like and subscribe, and I hope you buck that.